With that note, I want to officially declare open the meeting, Chennai Toastmasters meeting number 820. So as I'm talking about this weather, the summer weather, which I is trying to enjoy it right now. So also the Toastmaster of the day who is going to preside is who's this meeting henceforth. He's also passionate about this summer. It's not just because of school, it's also because of his sweet memories with the Toastmasters journey from his initial days. So we've been doing it online for past 2 years, almost past 2 years, and we have all the sweet memories from the 2 years back Toastmasters meeting where we used to meet at YWCA. But again, we are able to meet in this open air without an air conditioner, which I really like it a lot. Maybe sweating for some time. You'll get out of it very soon, and we'll start enjoying the meeting. We'll cool down the weather, and by the time we reach 6 o'clock, it will be very pleasant. And so I would like to invite our Toastmaster of the day, who's a little busy now, but our Toastmaster Abhilash, just to introduce about himself, a few words about himself. Toastmaster Abhilash is one of the most active and uh, Toastmaster. Usually, it's okay. Usually, whenever we see a past president, that's why that's history shows in our Toastmasters. Like we don't see used to see the immediate past president in the meetings, but he is one of the most active past president who still acts like president, helps us in all ways, and we are really very proud and happy to have him in all these scenarios. There are a lot more to talk about him. We don't want to embarrass him with all this praising. So I welcome Toastmaster Abhilash to take over the meeting control. Over to you.
Thank you so much, presiding officer. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests in the physical mode and guests in the virtual mode. Today is our 820th meeting. And today is a special day because we have opted for an outdoor Toastmaster meeting. Just not go sit in a hall. We are surrounded by nature even as we speak. And I thought we should use this occasion to have a little fun, apart from our meeting, of course. To tell you all, a Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts. All right. The first part is the prepared speech segment, where speakers who have already prepared their speech with a set of predefined objectives come and deliver their speech. The second part is the table topic segment, which is a very happening segment. We will have a table topic master who is going to come over here and he's going to give you all topics and you are going to speak on the spot. And the final segment is something which is at the heart of Toastmasters, evaluation. All the prepared speeches and the entire meeting is going to be evaluated by a team headed by the general evaluator, where they will be presenting their observations on the entire meeting. Now, before we proceed further, I would like to introduce you all to a very important person. He's already introduced me, so now this is the option of me going to introduce him back. Our general evaluator. Our presiding officer for today is our general evaluator as well, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, an engineering graduate by profession. Toastmaster Lakshmi, could you please come here and brief us on the objectives of the general evaluator?
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Now I'm in the hat of a general evaluator, quality manager of this meeting. So, as a general evaluator, as a quality manager, I'll be observing this meeting from beginning to the end for the best quality which of quality process we are following and best improvements we can make from this meeting. As always, we have a quality manager, the general evaluator, is always supported by two big teams. One is the tag team called as timer, off-out, and grammarian. Another is the set of evaluators. Today we have three speakers and we have three evaluators to evaluate each speaker. I'll be introducing the evaluators later part of this meeting. So now I'm going to introduce you the tag team, the timer, upload, and memory. Let me first introduce the timer, who's also going to take another role as an accounter. He's going to do a dual role. So today's timer and accounter is going to do timer and accounter is Naveen. Naveen is our passionate Toastmaster who is well known for his contest share roles in level and division level. He is most sort of look after members to call me for any yes, weekly call me app for specifically for Navin to be the contest master. It's so popular among this and like Navin to introduce your both time and outcome. What do you?
Thank you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much time they spend on their speech so that we will run this meeting on time. At the end of meeting, I will submit my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. For the benefit of guests, for a speech minimum 4 to 7 minutes, then 4 minutes will be green card shown. At the 5th minute, yellow card will be shown. At the 7th minute, red card will be shown until the speaker finishes his or her speech. As a counter is to note on any overused words or filler sounds used as crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be During the evaluation portion of the meeting, I will submit my report when called upon by the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navin, for so much. And now I would like to I'd like to invite the grammarian Toastmaster Vijay Aditya, who is pursuing his bachelor of English, and he's passionate about football and is now passionate about football. Greetings, Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to carefully listen to all the speakers and note down their language use. I also note down the misuse of the English language. I also note down any outstanding words, quotes or sayings that are being used It is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is eloquence, which means the art of using the language with aptness and fluency. An example of using this word is eloquence is a key to become a successful leader. I encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day, and I will report my word of the day report and the grammatical usage report at the end of the meeting and call upon by the evaluator. Thank you. And I request you to put that word of the day to that possible. That will be helpful for the people who are concerned. Thank you so much, Mr. So now, as I introduce my tag team, they'll be helping us in noting down the time, the hours and undone the grammatical usages. So I'll come back again after the tabletop session for the evaluation session. So until then, I'll hand over the control back to the host of the day, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you so much for the introduction, General Evaluator. Okay, since we are a small crowd, one request all of us can so that we can all be centered around here. So that will be easy for everyone. Yeah, yes, we all sit close by together and enjoy today. Please. Are you fine? You can come a little bit closer. That's perfect. So today, this is an outdoor meeting. Let's make the most of it. All right. Before we do go into the prepared speech, the serious segment, okay, let's all play a little game. All right. I'm going to give all of you a word, and I invite randomly 3 or 4 people to guess the meaning of the word. Let us see who comes closest or who gets it right. All right. Shall we start? The first word today is discombobulate. Discombobulate. You can feel free to tell whatever strikes your mind first. It's not that you need to necessarily know the meaning or be right, all right? Discombobulate is the word. So let us ask anyone. Any guess at the meaning. It can be a wild guess, it can be a random guess, anything, okay? Not complicating things. Okay, one. Online, Ashwini, what do you feel? Discombobulate. What do you feel is the meaning? Online people, no Google searches. Discombobulate. Ashwini, come on.
Sorry, no clue, Abhilash.
No clue.
This
No, you can
compounding.
have a wild guess. Okay, Satyaraj is smiling. Satyaraj, you tell me. What do you feel? Any random guess?
Feel uncomfortable.
Feel uncomfortable. Let's have one more guess. Actually,
Can you give us a clue?
I'll tell the answer. Don't worry. Something to do with a disc. Okay, so we got something to do with a disc. Satyaraj is telling to uncomplicate and what is it? So the actual meaning of discombobulate is it's another synonym for the word confused. Okay, so discombobulate means confused. Who's up for the next word? The next word that I have for you is impigrate. I repeat, impigrate. Random guesses. These are all, very unusual words that I specifically took out for this game. So you feel free to have a random guess. Wrong? Pigment. Okay, that's one thing. All right, online. Vignesh. He looks like a serious professor today. So let's ask him.
Can you tell me once again?
Impigrate.
Ignorate.
Impigrate. Impigrate.
Something funny.
Something funny. Okay. Sir, you. I'll ask something. Unpenetrable. All right, sir. Not to have pickles while having meats. No. Not to have pickles while having meats. Lovely guesses. All right, it's a very simple meaning. Impigrate means to pledge something, to pledge your jewels, to pledge gold. Also, that to pledge means impigrate. All right. Now let's go to the third word that I have. This is going to be fun. Gentacular is the word. I repeat, gentacular. So anyone?
Gently spectacular.
Spectacular, Ashwini. Okay, let me have that. Yes. Huh? Muscular. All right. Huh? To act gently. Gentacular. Okay, that was an interesting play.
Masculine.
More than a gentleman. Oh, gentleman. Okay, Ashwini again, huh?
No, I was funny.
Word. Okay. Gentacular. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Gentacular means breakfast. It's another word for breakfast. Okay. All right. One final word before we move to the serious segment. All right. Nudious tertian. Nudious tertian. Yes, sir. Shashi Tharoor. No. Nudious tertian. Anyone online? Geeta ma'am, what do you feel it means?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. Anyone else?
Can you repeat it one more time, Abhilash?
Nudious tertian.
Pardon me?
Nudious tertian is the word. Huh? Lunch. Okay. Okay. Nudious tertian is day before yesterday. That is all. To refer to day before yesterday, you can use this word. Okay.
Thank you for thank you for teaching us Greek and Latin.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. N-U-D-I-U-S-T-E-R-T-I-O-N. I will come again to you, ma'am. I have the spelling. I'll come again. Okay. So let us now move into the prepared speech segment. So the prepared speech segment, we'll have speeches from 5 to 7 minutes where a speaker is going to come here and speak. The first speech today is by Toastmaster Vishnu. To tell you all a few words about Toastmaster Vishnu, he is an engineering graduate. He's been in Toastmasters for around a year now, and he's currently our sergeant at arms. Before I invite Toastmaster Vishnu, I would request his evaluator Toastmaster Ashwini to please deliver his project objectives. Toastmaster Ashwini?
Yes. So Toastmaster Vishnu is delivering his level 1 project 3 speech. The project title is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. Spark is Dynamic Leadership. And his speech title is Tutoring Student. And the purpose statement of his speech is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Toastmaster Vishnu, a tutoring student. A tutoring student, Toastmaster Vishnu. Thank you, Toastmaster Vinay, for the very warm welcome. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, both offline and online. All the online people. Some develop their desire for teaching right from childhood. Some get it over the time, and some become teacher with no other option in hand. But all do the same job of teaching somebody. In my case, neither of the three was a scenario. As a software engineer, I wanted to become an expert in Python. But I did not want to spend more money into learning, and learning online did not seem like a better option to me. And the only idea I had in my mind was to become a tutor. Yeah, a Python tutor. It felt crazy by that time, but I strongly believed in one thing. I don't know how I got that got the thing in my mind, but I strongly believe that tutoring is one of the best ways, effective ways to learn something. Luckily, I was contacted by a training institute through online job portal. I visited their office and enrolled myself as a Python trainer. Everything went well, and I got myself a student. Yeah, I got a student. That was my expression by that time. I knew some basics of Python. Actually, I knew basics of Python, and I was very much confident over programming it. It was the first day of the class, and as usual, I prepared something for the class, and I started the class by introducing each other with the student. I don't know how fortunate and damn lucky I was. My very first student was a PhD scholar in virology, and he already knew some basics of Python. Some basics here better than me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to dump myself somewhere, seriously. He started explaining the topics he knew and listed the topics he wanted to learn in this course. By the time I realized I got myself into a very difficult situation, and only thought in my mind was to complete the first class as soon as possible, just by talking. So for whatever the questions he asked, my only response was, I noted down your question. Let me define a better way to explain these topics to you and come back tomorrow. I don't know what the God thought about my situation or the decision, but he really wanted to make it more spicy. You know why virologists should learn a Python? The reason why he wanted to learn Python, because he was partially paralyzed due to stroke. And he was not able to continue his career as a virologist. The God did not like, he wanted to add more spiciness to it, actually. The reason why he wanted to learn Python specifically was he got a data science related job, and his boss wanted him to complete a project using Python, which otherwise he might lose his job. Seriously, the situation can never be as spicy as this much. I came to know all about this in 3 to 4 days. I really did not want to let him down and ruin his job or my career. So I told him frankly, Rohit, I think I may not be the right person to teach you Python. He said, it's okay. I see a potential in you. I strongly believe that you can help me complete this project, which is my first priority. Oh God, please save us both. I really did not want to let him down, so I decided to do whatever I could to complete his project. He might know some basics, but he did not knew the actual building block of a program, and that's where I come in. We together managed to complete the project in 4 weeks of efforts and a little bit of struggle. It may not be the right thing I did by that time. However, I made sure that he learned Python, completed his project, and of course, did not lose his job. And I got an opportunity to learn something about data science. He was happy with whatever he was taught, and so was I. He still stays in contact. Over the period of time, over the next few months, I taught few more students. I trained few more students not only in Python but also in IoT and Linux. But it was not the same case. It was not the same scenario as in the case of Python for the rest of the courses at which I was pretty good. In this journey, I learned one thing. Age is not a factor or a qualification to become a teacher or a student. It is that decision, that impulse, that motive, and the situation, the need that makes us to become a teacher or a student. I had a student who was in his 40s and he wanted to learn IoT just to improve his business prospects. I also had another student who was also in his 40s, around 40s, working in a well-established bank, and he wanted to learn Linux shell scripting to automate his work. It was really fascinating to see their interest and the willingness to learn something new even after these many years of experience. I really felt very grateful to meet such wonderful people in this journey. And also, I understood that one should never rest by their experience. There is always something new to learn, always something new to make our day-to-day life better. Either be a student or a teacher or any professional, never stop learning. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. That was indeed a great speech. If I might add, more than a tutor, he was an accidental tutor who came in and ensured that the benefits were done. Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. That was indeed a wonderful speech. The next speaker that we have for today is a name that needs no introduction in Toastmasters. Distinguished Toastmaster Meena John is going to be our second speaker for the day. To tell you all a few words about distinguished Toastmaster Meena John, she is a charter member of our club, Chennai Toastmasters. Her nicknames include Grandmother of District 120, and she has served as the past district governor and district chief judge. Before I call upon distinguished Toastmaster Meena John, I request her evaluator, Toastmaster Nanda, to please come and read the project objectives. Meena John is giving a level 1 project 1 from motivational strategy part. I take a speech, all the best we can Meena John. Time of meeting was the time 4 Distinguished Toastmaster Meena John. My life as a Toastmaster. My life as a Toastmaster. Distinguished Toastmaster Meena John.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters today, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Back in the physical environment. Talking all this open air and my friends, the best is yet to be. Really something that we will think about.
Sorry to interrupt. It's not audible, Abhilash, ma'am.
Give me 1 minute.
Heard about Toastmasters, and I said no, I haven't ready. So he said okay. Let me tell you about people have got together, we joined up, we found out how what is the Toastmasters? Is it just a public speaking, recording practice? Eloquence is all that's required. There. How do we organize this? And we got on with it. So, as I said, we started the first club. We had a couple of people who were there as charter president and other things. Then we had our first area. So now we realize that to have an area, we needed 3 clubs. We had all one club in Chennai. So there were about 20 of us who started the club, but there were about say 6 or 7 of us who went to corporates, who went to different places, all of us crammed into one ambassador car, traveling from another to Shurigalalur, telling people about Toastmasters, and we established at least 3 to 5 clubs to begin with. And therefore, I found that today, Tamil Nadu alone has got more than 150 clubs. So, all the people who were in that ambassador at that time. So, as I said, we needed at least 3 clubs to have an area. We got 2 more than that. So, therefore, I was one of the first area governors. When we had 9 clubs, we were able to form a division. That's how I became the first division governor. But as I said, we started Toastmasters thinking it's a public speaking thing. We didn't realize the more you learn to speak, the more you learn to organize, the more you learn to execute and deliver, you become a leader. And that's how we realize leadership is a byproduct of becoming a member of Toastmasters. And that I think is the biggest self-discovery all of us have. So as the district grew, when we started our first division conference, had members from Delhi, Hyderabad, Kochi, Bangalore, and Chennai. That's how widespread we were, because we had 1 club here, 2 clubs there, things like that. Today, that original district 41, 98, 91, and now 120. There's around 7 different districts that grew out of the original district 182. So while we were still in District 82, I also got the opportunity to become a district governor, which again, I realized it's a journey of self-growth. It's not a journey of how do I get people to do this? How do I order people? Toastmasters is a volunteer organization. You have to influence, persuade, get people to do what you want because they want to do. That is the only way you have for people to do. People have to realize Toastmasters is for me to grow. It's not a question of what title do I have, how can I be X, Y, Z. So many people I know have joined Toastmasters. The first thing what they want to do is become district director. I think take it easy, go slow, do your projects, be a part of the team. When we started, this is all the stuff we used to do, setting up tables, setting up chairs, they're physically moving things, handing out agendas. And remember, in those days, there was no Google. So we had snail mail, postcards written by hand to inform members there is a meeting next week. Please come. It was such fun. It was such fun. And that's really why I liked about Toastmasters. As mentioned in the thing, among the other things, we were the ones who set up all the training programs. We conceptualized and watched together different women, I and a couple of other people, on creating the judges' training programs. We did so many training programs which are now part of the TLI, Toastmasters Learning Institute. And it all started from there, and it was such an invaluable experience. On my own, and also I was a lecturer, I moved on to corporate training, facilitation, things like that. Today I'm a corporate coach, coaching CXOs. So much of that is from Toastmasters, and so much of that I bring to Toastmasters. There's a synergy in that entire group, which combined to help me become the guy. In my first speech, my opening line was about the fact that somebody asked me, "You are from Pune?" So I said, "Yes." "And born, is it your born and bred in Pune?" So I said, "Yes. I'm not only born and bred, I am toasted in Pune. I never realized I would be born in Pune and be a Toastmaster in Chennai." Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. That was indeed an enlightening speech about the history of Toastmasters in Tamil Nadu. Next up, we have another veteran Toastmaster with us going to deliver this speech. Toastmaster Shrikant. To tell you a few words about Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan, he is an executive in the HR department of Indian Railways. Having been in Toastmaster for over 7 years now, he has been a mentor to many Toastmasters. Before I invite Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan, I would like to call upon his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan, to please read out his project objectives.
Thank you, General.
Venu, sir.
Yeah, am I audible? Am I audible?
You are
Venu,
audible.
sir, could you please repeat?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, Abhila. Toastmaster Shrikant is going to deliver his level 3 project number 2, that's the elective project from the presentation mastery. Understanding your vocal variety. The objective of this project is to the speakers to practice voice modulation to enhance this message. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, CMO. All the best, Toastmaster Shrikant.
Distinguished Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan. Now, everyone once again. Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan will be delivering his level 3 project 2 on understanding vocal variety. Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan, you can sound better. You can sound better, Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan. Row, 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 me down the stream. Little we realize life is but a dream. All of you together. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Little by little. Life is but a dream.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, what I have to say with you is, I want to share some of the snippets, some incidents that really happened in my life, and I want you to know that. It was one day when I was with my spouse. We were expecting our first child, the year 2012. And we were there in Kerala, and she was almost getting ready for her labor. She was about to be taken to the labor room. There were a couple of hours that the doctors had given us. And what really happened was, without me knowing, she developed labor pain, and she had to be wheeled into an emergency labor room, what we have there. A couple of hours passed by, no news, absolutely nothing. We were waiting, crossing my fingers and praying what would be the reason for the day. And finally, there is a nurse who's walking up to me with a bundle of joy wrapped in a white towel and coming and saying, "Sir, it's a baby boy." Oh my God, it was so much. My happiness was short-lived when the doctor called me and said, "Shrikant, your wife needs and it took 2 units of blood to save her life. What did that happen?" I asked the doctor. He called something as post-hemorrhage partum, which means after the childbirth, the women who delivers the baby, her bleeding doesn't stop. My jaw was literally crushed to pieces. I was in tears. I never knew who would give the blood for me. I literally ran into the street. The blood bank never had the blood that I wanted. The group was not there. I went to the street, literally begging every person, "Can you give me blood? Can you give me blood?" One gentleman walked up to me and he said, "Sir, I've been seeing you bleeding. I will give you the blood what is required." And his blood matched. So blood given by a stranger is what keeping me from not becoming a widower. So that's how important blood donation is. And the next incident, what really happened to me was in the year 2001. Most of you would remember, Chennai had a mild earthquake. I was having my cup of tea, and when the floor under my feet started shaking, what was happening? I called out to my mother, "Ma, yes, I could feel that." I realized it was a tremor. My grandmother, who was 86 years old then, I had to literally grab her and I ran outside, yelling at the top of my voice to all the residents, "Please come outside and save yourself." We were right under an open space, and I could have mustered the courage to go back there where I was living because I was fearing there could be more tremors happening. I started having panic attacks. I was put on Prozac, Alprozone, all kind of medication, and finally, once I started looking at the fear and comprehending and realizing, yes, I am there to face you, but not to run away. I overcame fear. My dear friends, what I'm trying to really how impactful is your voice when you give a speech? See, what literally happens is most of us, when we start speaking or when we come to speak, the thing that happens to all of us, we get tense. And what they teach that we go is to relax yourself. Because once you relax, you make your speech more presentable. There's more depth and there's more pace and pitch. But that's not indeed what is happening. Just relaxing is not what is required. The most important thing that you need to relax is your vocal cords. I don't know what we call scientifically, but the cord here is also a muscle. When you get tense, you also tense this part of your body. So I'm going to give you a simple tip of how you can relax your vocal cords. Once you have your vocal cord relaxed, you will be able to give a speech which has more depth, which has more content, which really connects with the audience. Because when you give a speech without that energy and the passion and the value and the depth, you become a boring speaker. And the first technique is called as the humming technique. What you really have to do is, I want you to try with me here. Just close your mouth and hum within yourself. See, when you hum at a very low tone, what you're literally doing is you are trying to relax your vocal cord. Because as I told you, the vocal cord is very important in your speech. If you have that text, how much effort you put in, it's not going to be any work. So you can practice this every day, 10 minutes, when you're driving or when you're by yourself, when you're traveling. Please don't do this when you're in a public transport. People might think that you're crazy. So you can try that. And the second one that you need to do is, how many of you have gone to a party? I know most of you are teetotalers, but there could be few people who drink and they start to vomit. Again, it's a vocal cord exercise. I want you to practice that when you're at home. Doing that, you start relaxing and it becomes a practice. When you come out to speak, you don't have the problem where your voice sounds boring. So two I have given you. The third one is called as the QEQR technique. QEQR. Because most of the people when they speak, their audition and their rendition, how they speak is little awkward. They either open their mouth too much and they talk like this. They put words which are more sounding and more. But when you try this technique of Q, E, when you say E, it opens up like a letterbox. And then Q, you practice this. And when you practice this, you start having a mouth control where you do not use words which is not appropriate, and also your pronunciation becomes really bad. Once you do all these three techniques at home, you're literally sending your vocal cords to the gym. And when it comes back, your voice becomes more healthier and more muscular. So these are the things I want to share with you. Send your vocal cord to the gym, and when it comes back to you, you become a better speaker. Let me be with you the next time where I can share more tips on how to do and speak. Sound better. Thank you very much. Over to the Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Srikanth. That was indeed three wonderful tips, with one tip having an equally important disclaimer. You would do well to listen to the disclaimer as well. That brings us now to the end of the prepared speech session. Next up, what we have is a very entertaining session, the table topic session. But before we go to the table topic session, let us have a little bit of fun before going on to more fun. All right, let's play another little game with us. This is going to be a very interesting game. start the game and I'm going to tell a word. For example, let me say agile. Agile means to be fast. All right. So I will say agile to be fast. And then I'm going to call out any one person from random and I'm going to tell you a letter, say C or D. And you're going to give me a word that is going to start with D and the meaning for the word. And then the next person can pinpoint the next person and so on. That is how the game is going to go. So shall we start? All ready? Online people, a thumbs up, please. That's great. Thank you. So I told my word, agile, which means to go faster. Next, all right. Toastmaster Deepak. Give me a word that starts with F. Quickly. Faint. What does faint mean? Okay, now you pinpoint another person and give them a starting letter. They will tell another word. Quickly. Toastmaster Naveen. Starting letter. Y. Quickly. Yet. What does it mean? Okay. Quickly, another person. Toastmaster Lakshmi. Come on, quickly. First letter. T. Test. Meaning. Experiment. Great. Next person. Quickly. Let's build it up. Deepak. C. Okay, Deepak says champion, meaning winner. Shall we put it that way? Quickly, you pinpoint the next person. Shrikant sir. A. Aftermath, meaning sir.
The calm after the cyclone or the destruction caused by some natural.
All right. So you point another person. Geeta Shaw. The letter for her. M. Geeta ma'am. Letter M for you.
Management
The meaning.
means the ability to manage things, be it in a professional or personal area.
Okay, quickly. Point out the next person. Come on. You need to tell another person and give them a letter.
Okay, I should tell. I don't know who's present in the audience. Toastmaster Lakshmi?
Lakshmi is done. Nanda sir, Neema ma'am, we have a couple of guests.
Okay, you can, Abhilash, do me the favor, no, please.
Okay, sir. Palisamy. So give him the letter.
F.
Frankly, meaning open, honestly. Okay, you point another person. Give name Surya. K. Nice. Meaning. Now an object with a sharp edge. An object with a sharp edge. Oh, that's a lovely definition. Okay. You quickly point someone here or there. Anyway, Padmanabhan. Yeah. Give him the letter. I will give him Y. Y. Come on, Y is already done. No, some other letter. I will give him G. Good thing, sir. Good. What does good mean? Good means good. Okay, good. Okay, you point someone. Come on. They're running out of time. Quickly. Vishnu. Silently. Give him his own letter. T. Thanks. What does thanks mean? To express gratitude. Wow. To express gratitude. You point someone. Give us a letter. M. Mother. A female parent. Okay, no, you point someone. Ashwini. Okay, we have a guess. X. Xylophone. Yeah, what does it mean? Great. Okay, anyone else left here? Vijay, you do. Hey, some other letter. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay. Good. Okay, now we'll go back here. Okay, Ashwini, you give her a letter. Ashwini, R.
Random,
Random, meaning
not in order.
not in order. Okay. Prepare. You prepared and come, is it? Okay, that's great. Okay, you pass on the baton to someone. I see Satyaraj smiling.
Yeah, Satyaraj.
Yes, please.
V, letter V.
V for victory.
Victory.
Good.
Meaning.
So if you are participate anything, we can definitely get a victory.
Win. Great.
Yeah, win.
Satyaraj, you pass it on quickly.
I will pass to Bala.
Bala, where is it?
Is online.
Online. Give him the letter.
N.
N. Bala, a letter with N. A word with N. Bala, come on. N. Any letter, any word. Okay. Bala is a little shy. We'll come to him later. Satyaraj, someone else.
Venu sir. You are ready
Venu,
to
sir. Letter N. Venu sir is also busy, I think. Okay,
we can end up.
let's now finish this here for the time being. We'll now move into an even more fun segment, the table topic segment. Without much ado, let me invite our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Deepak. Toastmaster Deepak is currently working in L&T. He's been in our club for a little over a year and a half, having served as the past Vice President Public Relations. He's currently the Vice President Membership. Yes, I think you will all know him. This introduction is for the members. Okay, Toastmaster Deepak, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Atlas. It's wonderful to see many people gather over here, and of course at the online meeting. So now we are going to talk about mainly about summer. That's the topic, right? Yes. So when I see everyone is sitting on some facing the sun, they have facing the heat over there. So I have come up with two topics related to that. So for the benefit of the guest, I will explain one step what you need to follow in the table topic session. Every one of you who are being called upon, you have to present a speech within 1 to 2 minutes. Timer will be showing a green signal at 1 minute and an orange signal or an yellow signal at 1.5 minutes, that is 1.5 minutes, and a red signal at 2 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds will be provided to you. So within that, you will have to complete the speech. So let me call upon Toastmaster Nanda Kumar to Toastmaster Nanda Kumar. Your topic is tender coconut. Tender. Really, Toastmasters and guests, thank you for the fabulous topic, tender coconut. The topic goes to be takes me back to my childhood days. Summer holiday, I did not go to a native. All day, starting from early morning to 2 o'clock to the night, PM. All kinds of things. Activities and playing the water, jumping the well, running trees, playing, hiking, all kinds of enjoyment. And when it's dark, my grandmother will come to the room and check the home. Come on, it's already dark. What are you doing there? Really takes me there. Now coming back, I think it's talking to our these days. We are living a life where we think that eating what are food like pizza, burger, what it means. But we should keep in mind that what actually makes us and make us grow and become a good healthy person is to have some traditional food like coconut, tender coconut, mangoes, fruit and vegetables, apples, etc. So this topic remains to approach to things like take it back to my childhood days and also connecting with food festivals. Thanks for the topic. Thank you, wonderful. Toastmaster Nanda, it brings back not only your own memories, it brings back a lot of memories. We travel across and we eat whenever we feel thirst, a thirst which can subside when we drinking tender coconut. Not with the help of just the water which is warm, but with the tender coconut it really helps us. So let me call upon someone, a Toastmaster from online meet. Toastmaster Ashwini. Toastmaster Ashwini. We couldn't hear you. Can you be a little louder, Toastmaster Ashwini?
Yes. Hi, Toastmaster. Am I available? Am I audible now? Yes.
Yes, you are audible now. So your topic would be life at beach with children. Life at beach with children. Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for giving such a cool topic for me on such a summer day. Life in the beach with children. Going to the beach with children to relax is one of the most enjoyable experiences during the summertime. The warm air that is breezing around you, with the must of mud that is showering around you, with children jumping all around you, and the sun and the sun. I'm sorry, I'm being lost here. So going to the beach with children is such an enjoyable experience. I used to live close to Marina Beach and used to take my children to beach very often. The parks that is at the beach, or the food that's served in the beach, it gives so much of happiness going to the beach for all this vacation. Thank you, Toastmaster, and back to you. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Yes, I too had such instance when I take my children to the beach. They now enjoying the water. They feel the water under the sea. So we enjoy the moment. So especially during the summertime, I do have one person. I do want volunteer one person who will speak about an interesting topic. Any volunteers here? I would request a guest to volunteer. Helping a person living in a street during summertime. What kind of help you will provide? What kind of help you will provide for a person living in street during a summertime? Any takers? Yes. Yes, Siva? What kind of help you would provide to a person living in street during summer?
Okay, when you told this topic, I'm not a Tamil cinema hero. It was like going and helping people and saying, okay, I'm like that. Okay, what kind of help that I need to do in the summer? So it is obvious things that we can bring shelter over people who are staying near the bridges. I have seen people who are staying near the bridges during a hot time. Like that. Whenever I cross, they used to keep their clothes safe, things like everything. This is like for them, I'll build a shelter, at least a minimal shelter. Okay, not in one day I can do anything like that. Number two, those who are selling watermelons, you know them, and that is a time where they really sell things with it. I wanted to build a shamiana for them. That is also a big thing for them. And those who are selling tender coconuts even between 11 to 4. It is a really, really hot time for both these people during summer. And that is where the watermelons and tender coconut is will be there. So that is what I can do. Thank you so much.
A wonderful yes, people. We need not offer them too much money or anything. We can just offer water or a watermelon or even a better coconut if someone needs. That's good. So now, a guest from online meet. Anyone from any takers? Toastmaster Satyaraj. Okay. So your topic is, well, he reminded me of watermelon. You are going to speak about watermelon.
Okay.
Toastmaster Satyaraj, watermelon.
Very good evening, Toastmaster and guest. I am very happy to take for this topic. When it comes to the watermelon, it's very cheapest for juice for consuming all kind of people, and also it is very colorful, reddish of in watermelon juice. And also when it come to the watermelon, so watermelon will it will have a lot of liquid to manage your water level in your body. So during the summer, we definitely take to maintain water level in our body. That will be very helpful to keep healthy in even now in our bodies. So in this case, the watermelon is a very cheap and quality one to consume during the summer. It will be helpful to manage your water level in our body. And also it's a taste. When it come to the taste, it is tremendous of taste with low cost. And also this will be available any places. If you travel in Chennai, it will be so many places it will be available to ready to consume, and also it will be a very fresh. And also the nature of watermelon, it will be produced on summer time only. So that is the nature will be gift as to consuming on the summer time. So we try to consume with less amount and maintain for good health. Thank you. Over to you, Deepak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satyaraj. Well, yes, watermelon helps maintain the pH level in the blood, and as well as it ensures it gives you adequate glucose when you lose due to sweating. So, well, that's a very wonderful speech, Toastmaster Satyaraj. So, let me call upon Surya. Yes, Surya, your topic would be, what will you do during a summer when there is a sudden rain and you are walking on road? What will you do during a summer when you are walking on road and you experience a very heavy rain?
Thanks, Deepak, for this wonderful topic. So yeah, actually, to just imagine all these scenarios, it's a very good start, I think. So it's a kind of boon when you get a rain in summer. In first place, I would say. So this rain is something Chennai seems like when it comes to Chennai, especially Chennai, seeing lot of different you can't expect when it comes. Yeah, obviously we are living in a coastal area. So yeah. Let's imagine I am walking down the streets and it is suddenly raining all together. So I completely feel happy inside, like how those sponsors given the topic before, like what roadside people do. Yeah, that is obviously going to be a big trouble for them also, but they can somewhat escape from the heat for a moment or 1 or 2 days. So there is always a pros and cons and everything, and also when the summer is already having a problem. So yeah, I would say in it is very good to have, but there is a one more scenario. In the peak summer, if you get a rain, it's obviously going to increase heat in next couple of days. So yeah, life and things climate is always unpredictable and it's meant to be unpredictable. And that beauty life is unpredictable. Very much. Thanks for this opportunity. Okay.
Great attempt. Yes, yes. When there is a heavy rain midst of summer, one thing you need to take careful. It brings the heat, tremendous heat out of the earth's surface. So let us be careful not to go right into the rain while during the summer season, especially when it is drizzling and not pouring. Yes. And let me call upon our next guest, Padmanabhan. Yes, sorry. Yes, Padmanabhan. Yes. So your topic is what are the effects of cutting down trees? Will it save our earth? So, thanks for this. These are lifetime of earth. We all know that back in one thing. About that, trees are life. There are scientific researchers in space who can communicate and it has neural networks. Respect all the lives. Yeah. We can plant more trees and yes, trees definitely we should not cut the trees. Especially it is better to plant trees. Now it's high time we spend our time at least plant one tree on the road or within our house. If there is space. So now for this particular topic, I need two volunteers. The guest, sorry, I missed your name. Guest Palanisamy and guest Sage. So you both are going to debate. A small debate. Like what you are going to do is, what is better, an AC or a ceiling fan? That would talk. What do you prefer? You want to go with AC? Okay. You go with AC and you go with ceiling fan. What is better? Now let's start from the guest stage. So, thanks people for inviting me. I was last minute calling you and saying I will be done. Thank you very much for that. And I'm paid. I work as a data scientist. So topic is yeah. So the best part about AC, right? So that's more luxury product I've seen in my life. So when I go to a theater or stay in a home, the only thing I feel even if you do not have a proper bed or whatever you do not have, you stay under an AC. That feel or comfort of the AC, that's the best part you're gonna have. I had it in my life, right? And the other part about the ceiling fan. So I want to talk. If I want to say something bad about ceiling fan, let's say I'm watching on a phone or let's say I'm watching a video or something like that. So I generally don't prefer having a fan. So the sound of the fan makes you feel that I can't hear whatever comes to me, whatever I'm watching. So generally, that's what I'm doing even today. And the other part about AC, you can say AC is more power consuming, all that is there. But what I generally do is, I mean, probably summer, it might be the right answer to do that, but during the normal climate, let's say, other than summer, winter, I generally switch on the AC for 3 hours, and with that chillness, I can sleep for the entire night. So, till the morning, when my mom wakes up, but my mom's morning is different. She generally wakes up early, I wake up at 7 or 8. So, yeah, so it's generally switch on the fan. So, yeah, I get adjusted to that chillness. So, one is comfort, one is Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Palnisan. Let's talk about the benefits of heating fan. As we just said, air conditioner is a comfort one, but when it comes to real working, when we are used to the air conditioner, it's difficult to work in a real life situation. Like our body will get more comfortable to the low temperature, and we will not be going out comfortably. Outside is very hot. So that is one thing. And when we have an air conditioner inside for about 5 hours, actually the air conditioner cool down. The temperature is less than our body temperature. So our body needs more energy to keep our body warm. So mostly air conditioner tired, So in terms of health, it affects our health. And air conditioner consume more energy as well as it consumes, it generates more pollution in terms of gas used to cool down the room. So comparing the environmental impact of the air conditioner, health benefits, fan is always better. Thank you. Yes, wonderful attempt indeed. Yes, being practical, I do mean yes. But however, when I try to avoid for 2 or 3 consecutive days, I adapt. It will help the environment. Hoping that I will adapt. So, I think we have time for one more topic. So, any volunteers from online meet? Toastmaster Krishna Kashyap. Toastmaster Krishna Kashyap.
Yes, sir.
Will you be able to take one topic?
Okay, sir. If it's simple.
Yes. The birds in the winter are gone in the summer. The birds in the winter are gone in the summer. What would you think about it?
Sir, can you miss some other topic? I'm sorry.
Well, so what are all the different animals which has lost its place due to summer? Can you come up with? Let me give a small example. We see sparrows. Which is not available right now. We can't see the sparrows here. So now we can see the sparrows in multiple places in winter. So why you that it is gone? Why you feel the sparrows are not there in our cities? Can you take up that?
Okay, sir. I'll try. Okay, as far as I know, all the animals and the birds have their own clock and have all the weather changes in their bodies. So they know that which weather that they can tolerate and which they can't. For example, some animals can tolerate the winter and some animals can tolerate the summer. So, for example, there's the polar bear. So if you bring it here to Chennai, it would die immediately because it would not be able to tolerate the winter. So therefore, it is only being shifted to the polar regions in the north and south. So these birds also have these time clocks which that tell them to be in this to leave the specific area when the weather differs. So that's the reason why you see all these birds migrating from one city to another throughout the whole country during different times of the year. So that's the reason why you see some birds not here in Chennai during summertime and some birds here during summertime. But if you see the crows, they are able to manage any kind of weather. That's why you see them all around the year. So there are some exemptions like that. But as far as I know, that's the reason why sparrows are not there in summertime in Chennai, and they'll come during other times. Thank you.
Good, Toastmaster Kashyap. Yes, I gave a difficult topic to you. I understand, but still, you attempted very good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, dear friends, dear Toastmasters, we do have lots of cell phone towers in our midst. We are using our cell phones right now. There is no way I cannot live without a phone for one day at least. I couldn't do that. But at least what I can do is I plant more trees around my place to help. So, and one more thing, a small encouragement is that we do have some nice places to visit within our Tamil Nadu. Places like Kutralam, places like Kunnur, places like Ooty, Kodaikanal, and every places you see, we all rush during the summertime. What's that? Yes, even it's become, but that's where we are going when compared to Chennai, it is really tough. It's really tough living in Chennai during the summer season, and it will really help. We can travel, explore, enjoy during the summertime. Have a great day. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for that wonderful and entertaining table topic session. The debate between AC and ceiling fan. I think we have moved our meeting to a non-AC themed meeting. You would know more about that. So that was indeed a great table topic session. Now, before we do move on to the evaluation session, yeah, we'll play another small interesting game. All right. So this game is going to be a game of anagrams. Now, who all know what an anagram is? No worries. I'm here to tell you what an anagram is. An anagram is basically, I'm going to give you a word and you're going to rearrange it to form another word. A very simple game. I'll give you a word and you will rearrange it to form another word. For example, there is this word night, N-I-G-H-T, right? If you rearrange the letters, you get ting, T-H-I-N-G. So this is all that we are going to play. You're going to come up with these words, all right? So everyone is ready? Online ready?
Yes.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. Ah, that's great. Yes. All right. So the first word that I have is an easy one. Elbow. E-L-B-O-W. Elbow. Vowel.
Bowl.
One other word is there. Come on, anyone else? Below. Perfect. So vowel and below. Perfect. Let us move on to the next thing, shall we? Inch. I-N-C-H. Easy one. Chin. Chin. Great, great, great.
Chin.
That was very quick. The next thing is dusty. D-U-S-T-Y. Dusty. Study. Tasty. Dusty. Study. Perfect.
Study.
Yeah, study. Next. Peach. P-E-A-C-H. Peach. Cheap. I didn't finish particular cheap was the answer. Peach and cheap. Now let's just make it a little more interesting. I'm going to give you two words and you're going to rearrange two words, not just one word. Okay. The first thing is, this is a very interesting thing as well. It will be an anagram and it's also going to have almost the same meaning. Okay. The first three words that I have for you is voices rant on. Take some time, process it. Voices rant on. You're going to give me a word combined with these letters, which also in a way means what? Voices rant on. Conversation. Perfect. So voices rant on, you rearrange the letters, you get conversation. Perfect. That was great. The next one is an easy one. Moon starer. M-O-O-N. Moon starer. S-T-A-R-E-R. Astronomer. Okay. Next thing we are going to keep Nishana out of the competition. Okay. The next word again an easy one. Elegant man.
Elegant man.
Gentleman.
Gentleman. Perfect. Yes. Ashwini, that was great. The next thing, easy one again. Detect thieves.
Come again, please. Sorry.
Detect thieves. Detectives. Perfect. The last one that I have for you is they see. They. They see. SEE. They see. Come on, rearrange. They see. What do we used to see? Nina ma'am has got the answer already. The eyes. Perfect. Perfect. The eyes. So great. Now it is time for us to move into the final session, the evaluation segment. To conduct the evaluation segment, I invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Now we are coming to the third part of the session. So we had three prepared speakers. Evaluators. We already evaluate the first speaker, Toastmaster Vishnu, for his speech at tutoring students. We have our evaluator Toastmaster Ashwini through online. Same view for Toastmaster Ashwini, and she likes reading books, and she is also a practicing Toastmaster. And Toastmaster Ashwini, please provide the evaluation for a Toastmaster Vishnu. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan, for the warm introduction. And a special thanks to my prepared speaker, Toastmaster Vishnu, for delivering such a great speech. Toastmaster Vishnu, you had a great introduction in your speech and a message throughout the entire body of your speech, as well as in your ending. You had an air of confidence around you throughout the length of the speech, and you tried incorporating few humor elements and spiciness in your destiny in your speech, and that was quite appreciable. You excelled in storytelling and speech delivery. You were fluent with your words, and you were kind of smooth with your words. You used hand gestures very well, and you used the stage space very effectively. That being said, I have few following recommendations, Toastmaster Vishnu. With your project objective being relevant to vocal variety and body language, you could have given more emphasis on it. Instead of saying, oh my God, I want to dump myself somewhere, just, oh my God, I wanted to dump myself somewhere. Oh my God, please save us here. You could have used some amount of differentiation in your vocal varieties. And you could have incorporated few more conversations in your speech, especially when you're narrating your experience with your first student. Like, Rahul, I am very sorry. I see you already know the basics of Python, but I don't think I'm a right fit for you here to be a tutor, Rahul. And Vishnu sir, that's okay. I really enjoy your lessons. I see a great potential in you, Vishnu sir. So something like that you could have incorporated. And you could have added little more pauses when you said that age is not a factor to become a student, but number one, decision, number two, impulse. You could have used little more hand gestures and pause when you were saying all these objectives. To summarize, Toastmaster Vishnu, you had a great story and a great message, and the message you gave that there is always something to learn in day-to-day life was very much apt for your title as well as for your speech. But you could have incorporated little more vocal variety and some conversation in your storytelling. Overall, I really enjoyed your speech, Toastmaster Vishnu. Though I'm an evaluator here, you have taught me how to be honest, how to be vulnerable at the same time, and uh, excel in the field of our interest. I am looking forward to learn more from you and also more about you in your forthcoming speeches. Thank you, Toastmaster. Back to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. That was a wonderful evaluation, I would say. It's more critical, and you explained explain in detail how to do the speech throughout, like it was more than an evaluation. I felt like an education session on body language and local writing. Kudos to you for that. Maybe we could ask you for speaking. Okay. And thank you again for that. Moving on to this evaluation for the second speaker for Distinguished Toastmaster Meena Chan's speech on my life as a Toastmaster. It's an icebreaker speech. To evaluate the speech, we have Toastmaster Nanda, who is working as a thinking and managing Cisco and is a passionate Toastmaster. I invite Toastmaster Nanda to evaluate Meena Chan. What is it?
Really, Toastmasters and guests. Journey. This discovery, this growth, this transformation. Beautiful. Toastmaster Club. Journey each one of us here would like to have one day. Thank you for sharing the journey. I especially love the way where you shared about your small moments in the Toastmasters journey, like traveling the Grand Ambassador car all the way from Ananagar to showing us taxi for friends. And then, favorite postcards, pages, etc. Wondering whether the vehicle will reach the person or not, hoping, waiting in the room, hoping that people will see it or not. We can't feel that, and we all realize how the journey will be. I also know that the other aspects there, you had a good emotional pipeline for the speech. You don't felt your journey very well. You don't want that the journey is something. But what I would like to hear more from you is the inner transformation. We all heard more about the external transformation, but we get to know how Toastmasters transformed you as a person. How you were before joining Toastmasters and how we transformed you within Toastmasters, and also how it transformed your professional life. That is something you love. And hear more about your emotional journey. While coolly you mentioned about the entire journey, but we did not realize the emotional turmoil from you. You know, to feel a little bit, maybe you could add a little bit of drama, a little bit of emotion in your voice or in your speech, so that we could feel it when you are delivering. To summarize, it was a wonderful journey, beautifully shared with everyone. A little bit of emotional drama, a little bit of inner transformation, and it was awesome speech. Over to you, General.
I always wonder how we are going to be able to good. We call it as icebreaker speech. Take this point from you also, the emotional aspect of it and the internal transformation. That's a good point you mentioned about. Thank you and kudos to you. Now we are coming to the evaluation of the last speaker. Now, a few words about Veera Nilakandan. We can start talking about the answer to that speech. So, Veera Nilakandan is a very passionate Toastmaster. He's been there for more than 7 years. He is working in Airport Authority of India. Also, the area support director. I welcome ETM Veera Nilakandan to online to evaluate Toastmaster Srikanth Krishnan. Over to you, ETM Veera Nilakandan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, all, and special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Srikanth Krishnan. Any aspiring speakers, this particular project, Understanding Your Voice Modulation, is a vital project because this particular project distinguishes a speech from lecturing or reading from the script. This is a very crucial project, so everyone should be expert in this particular skill. In Toastmaster Srikanth, today he started the speech with a wonderful rhymes, very relevant to this project objectives. That's gently moving the string. Row, row, row a boat. That was the exactly that speech, how a speech should be. So in Toastmaster Srikanth speech, all the elements of the voice modulation I could find as an audience. The pitch, volume, pace, timely pause, everything was there. When he said that he was so happy, as an audience, I could feel that happiness because that was his effort and he made us feel that happiness, whatever he was telling, the emotions. That's the success of a speaker. Toastmaster Srikanth is a good orator. He's a professional speaker or coach, something. So no wonder he has all the qualities for a good speaker. But how we can make this good speech the better one? That's as an evaluator, I have the my duty to pinpoint a few suggestions or points to improve. First of all, this project is all about how the speaker utilize or use all the voice modulations in his speech. Toastmaster Srikanth, as I said, he's a good orator. Not only good orator, he's a good narrator also. So as an audience, I have witnessed a lot of his speeches. Even recently, I have witnessed one of the best speech in the contest, where he narrated very beautifully all the he brought everything, all the emotions and timely pauses when he narrated that particular speech. Today, I wish I evaluated that speech. Why I'm saying that? Today, Toastmaster, when he was delivering the speech as an audience, I lost somewhere in between. Because he started the speech with that wonderful story that rhymes. After that, the story about how he admitted his wife, and that story. From there to he simply jumped to that 2001 story. From there, he shifted to the teaching mode. Once he jumped to the teaching mode, his entire focus was on teaching instead of bringing all the elements of voice modulation in his own speech. Because of that, we lost a lot of things, because this is a good opportunity for this Toastmaster Srikanth to utilize or showcase all the skills he already possessed. Unfortunately, as he was in the teaching mode, his entire concentration was on giving ideas and giving a kind of educational session instead of bringing all the elements. So Toastmaster Srikanth would have brought all the elements in this speech through a story instead of giving an education session through a story. That would give him a lot of opportunity to utilize those elements. That's my observation. And other than that, it was a very good speech. We all know that Toastmaster Srikanth is a good orator as well as a good narrator. But he would have utilized all the skills he already possessed through this speech. That's only my observation. I hope he will take it positively and he incorporate in his coming speeches. So with that, I wish him all the best for his future speeches. Back to you, gentle evaluator.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for a wonderful evaluation. And now we are done with the part of the going to the and to begin with, but before that report, can I ask Mr. Vignesh, are you ready to give the secretary report for previous week's meeting?
Yes. Yes. Lakshmi sir. Do you want me to deliver the mom to now?
Yeah,
Minutes of meeting.
if you are ready.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. 1 second, give me a second. Let me share my screen. Hi, good evening everyone. Last week we had 819th meet. The location was Zoom, so the theme was timely help. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Vishnu started the meeting, and Presiding Officer Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana declared the meeting 819. And Toastmaster of the day was Toastmaster Deepak, and he explained about timely help and a few life incidents, and he shared a few quotes about the theme. And we had Toastmaster Naveen as general evaluator. He explained about his team and the role of each members, introduced themselves. And we had the word of the day propitious, which means indicating a good chance of success. Example, the timing for such a meeting seemed propitious. And speaker one was Toastmaster Vignesh, and the title was Sink or Swing. The topic, the project was effective body language on the presentation mastery. Then we had a second speech by distinguished Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan about mission accomplished on the project team building on motivational strategy pathway. He shared about the Tamil clubs organizing and the team building event, which united one meeting conducted all across the world. Then we had intriguing table topics from Toastmaster Srikanth. Every Toastmaster members and guests voluntarily participated in the Toastmasters table topic session. And general evaluator Toastmaster Naveen shared a few recommendations, which was agenda need to be released earlier, and the minutes of the meeting was to read at the start of the meeting, and recording was to start at the start of the meeting. And Presiding Officer Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana closed the meeting, adjourned the meeting. Thanks. Back to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you. So now we are back to the request in time is also appointed to provide his report for the time report or
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Timer report, Toastmaster Vishnu as a Sergeant at Arms, 1 minute 31 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as a Presiding Officer, time taken 3 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash as a Toastmaster of the day, time taken 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as a General Evaluator introduction, time taken 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Navindraj for timer and counter introduction, 2 minutes 60 seconds. Toastmaster Vijay for grammarian introduction, time taken 1 minute 1 second. For prepared speeches, Toastmaster Vishnu, time taken 5 minutes 30 seconds. DTM Neena John, time taken 6 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Srikanth Kutikeshan, time taken 7 minutes 40 seconds. For table topics, Toastmaster Deepak as a table topic master introduction, time taken 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Nanda as a table topic speaker, time taken 1 minute 21 seconds. Toastmaster Ashwini, 55 seconds. Guest Deepak, 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Satiraj, time taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Guest Surya, time taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Padmanabhan, time taken 51 seconds. Guest Palanisamy, time taken 1 minute 22 seconds. Guest Stitch, time taken 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Krishna, time taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak as the conclusion part of table topic, time taken 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash for game session, time taken 4 minutes 39 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as a general evaluation part, time taken 1 minute 2 seconds. Toastmaster Ashwini as the evaluator, time taken 2 minutes 43 seconds. Toastmaster Nanda, time taken 2 minutes 21 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan, time taken 3 minutes 59 seconds. Account. As a counter report, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as a Presiding Officer, pass 1, R1, and speaker Toastmaster Vishnu as the center part of speech, pass 1 and R1. Distinguished Toastmaster Neena John, pass 1 as the conclusion part is pass 1. For table topic, Toastmaster Deepak as the introduction part, R twice. Toastmaster Nanda as the introduction part, R pass 1. Toastmaster Ashwini, R twice, so 1. Guest Deepak, pass 1, R1. Toastmaster Satiraj, R3 plus, so 1. Guest Surya, R2, 3 plus, so 3 plus and 1. Padmanabhan, R twice, R once. Guest Palanisamy R1, Guest Tej R2+, Toastmaster Krishna R2+, and for game session after prepared speech, Toastmaster Srikanth R1, Surya, Guest Surya R1, Toastmaster Abhilash R1, Toastmaster Satyaraj R1. As the secretarial report, Toastmaster Vignesh used R1. For evaluation part, Toastmaster Ashwini, but 1, R1, Toastmaster Anda, pass 1, Distinguished Toastmaster Venu, R2+, 1, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, R3+. Totally, we used 55 filler words. Thank you, over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen, for extensive report, and thank you once again for taking both the roles, timer and the counter. It was last minute thing. And now I request Naveen and Vidya to give us the report.
So this is the today's meeting's grammarian report. So the words that were used are discombobulate, impignorate, gentacular, new restriction, desire, synergy, snippets, and aftermath. The inappropriate usage of words are instead of due to, you could have used because of, and instead of many of reasons, you can use multiple reasons. The word of the day was not used today. So this is the grammarian report. So this is the grammarian report.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good job. Appreciating one more time because it's doing for the first time, right? Okay. Now coming to the my report as a general evaluator. So this meeting, as it started a little late, and we all know the reasons we are trying to set up the. So yes, acceptable, but not always. But definitely, we are not able to do it on time. So a few minutes delay, but however, that delay gets us to have a seamless meeting, and just after that, the whole team. And then the Toastmaster of the day, okay, he is really kept us engaged in this meeting. He gave a lot of new words to it. So any grammarian he don't follow those words, except he can find and speak words. So I want to thank Abhilash, not just for the beginning, but he had a lot of game sessions and kept us engaged in this meeting. I'm sure even the people online also will agree with it. And then we had speeches, prepared speeches. People had their own messages to learn from the tutor, even the sponsor journey, and then publications of vocal education and vocal voice. And then we had a table topic session from Deepak. Deepak had a very vast topic, but my one session is Deepak have given a better simple topics for people to choose. Or in such case, my suggestion is to first do the topic and then ask for volunteers, so that will make them easy and they can rehearse the topic and then come out with the topic. That's the suggestion. And overall, you engage the team. And then came the evaluation part, and all the three evaluations and both from online and from the physical. I didn't see any glitches in listening to the evaluations, and it shows that they were also able to listen from physical glitches as well. I'm just trying to understand how this agile meeting is going. It went very well, and here and there are a few points I want to mention. As of the coming out of the agenda. So we always have this 2 days, a couple of days prior to the biggest challenge we have is finding the whole page, right? So, and also there are lots of changes as well, which we can understand. But good thing is that the Toastmasters can help us to fit those standings as well. Even Navi came last minute to do the dual board. But my people, please sign up for the roles. No, I'm now asking as a level later. Please sign up for your roles for the next week as well, so that so that we have good meetings. We have well organized structured agenda. 2 days prior to the our overall the meeting went well. So thanks to the team for having this hybrid meeting. And now I have to go back to the Toastmaster meeting.
Thank you, General Evaluator. That was indeed a very insightful session and a lot of learnings for us all. It's now time for us to, all good things must end. So it is now time for us to move towards the ending of this particular meeting. So before we do move on, I request the co-host to please launch the polls for the online people. For us all offline, you all been given a sheet of papers. Request you to please take it out. I'll guide you all. Please fill it in. The first thing stands for best speakers. So we had 3 speakers today: Toastmaster Vishnu, Toastmaster Shrikant Pudikishnan, and DPM Neena John. So request you to please fill in who among these 3 you felt was the best speaker in the first thing. BS is best speaker. I'm coming. The next one, BE, best evaluator. So we had 3 evaluators today: Toastmaster Ashwini, Toastmaster Nanda, and Toastmaster DTM. Okay, sorry. So only 2 because there was a time disqualification. So Toastmaster Ashwini and Toastmaster Nanda, these 2 were the best evaluators. The third one, BT, best tag player. Request you to please, we had the timer and our counter Naveen and our Grameen Vijay. So among these 2, please fill in the best tag role player. The fourth one, table topic. We had many speakers. So the best table topic speaker, Naveen, could you or Vishnu can read out the names of the table topic speakers so that we have references for please.
Toastmaster Nanda, Toastmaster Ashwini, yes Deepak, Toastmaster Satyaraj, yes Surya, yes Padmanabhan, yes Palanisamy, yes Tej, Toastmaster Krishna.
These please fill in the best table topic speaker you felt. And the last one, the best role player. We had 3 role players. I was the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Deepak was the table topic master, and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana the general evaluator. So among these 3, please fill in the best role players. After you finish it, please fold the chit. Our essay will be coming around. Please hand over the chits to him. Online is done, Vishnu. So our online contestants are feeling a little bit relaxed. Ashwini, Vignesh, Renu sir, Kalvat sir, all please switch on your videos. Come on. I'm not going to leave you also easily. Please switch on your videos. And no one is switching on their videos. What is this? Ashwini, sir. Vignesh only switched on his video. Others are not. Krishna, where are you? So, Naveen is coming around. Please hand over your chits. Okay, since none of these people are switching on their videos, I'm having a little surprise which we'll show them, but we're not going to give it to them. Okay. So
If you're giving us the snacks, we'll switch on the video, Abhilash.
see, I wanted
Please.
to come on, but since you did not switch on the videos, so we're all meeting again, physically after a long time. I do have a little surprise. Where is Toastmaster Deepak? Deepak, please do the honor.
Yeah.
Ashwini, you can watch this.
I can send our address for your reference. Yeah, you can note it down. You can Swiggy.
So we are having a little surprise. You know, the snacks come later actually. So
Okay.
one to the camera. They should know.
Nice.
So, you know, as all good things must come to an end, so we have reached the end of another successful meeting. We had a lovely time being in the physical mode as well as the online mode. Thank you everyone for coming in. We are going to continue this, I believe. If the situation favors us, this is how we are going to be back physically too. So, requesting everyone, let us all come together for all future meetings. And with this, I would now like to hand over the control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Oh, thank you everyone. It was a wonderful meeting today. And we started a little late, it went very well. I think give a special mention to Toastmaster of the day, Abhilash, for engaging us for this meeting. And now I think it's time to get guest feedback. We have our 5 guests here. Let's begin with so please you can come forward and give your feedback. I think it's the first time you are visiting here, right? Yeah. Good evening, everyone. How it feels to be here in the street and to know what I can learn from here. And the plan is to become a member and to learn along with all of you. So I was a bit uncomfortable when I came here because I was wondering whether I'd be called to speak something because normally I'm uncomfortable in standing in front of many people and speaking. That is the reason I felt nervous. But as moved on, I felt okay. Today's meeting, I would say, it's startless. Really wonderful. It's one meeting. So I'm going to become a member. No more trial. So this is fantastic. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. You can contact our membership people. Thank you so much. Okay. So I would like to people can call in later for page.
Hey, thank you very much. Once I need to thank people. First of all, sure. Let's say I just called Deepak and I said I might be 5 minutes late because I was starting there. I did not know the location, but I tried to be before 4, 5 or something. And the best thing I liked about the people, all that, right? People were like, when I talk, people actually see. That's the good point, right? So that's when you feel comfortable when you express or so. Otherwise, your people are not listening. You might feel okay. You're not talking in a good way. I'm sure I'm not doing my best, but nobody can do that. But when people listen to you, you might feel comfortable. So that's what makes you feel better, interact. So that's really helpful. So that's the best part I would say. And all you guys are fabulous. Like, it was really great. First time, like not to clap also, right? I felt sorry. Why are you doing that? Like, right? But yeah, it's good. Like it encourages when you are in the stage or from the other schools, it feels people other space easily comfortable. So thank you very much. I'll contact Deepak for what I do next. So thank you guys.
I feel really happy when you guys are feeling comfortable here. That's our essential. And it's a customary to give clap for each and everybody. That's encouraging yourself and encouraging others. Thank you so much. Now I'll be.
Thank you so much for making me comfortable. I don't speak a lot. I use very few words. Managed to talk about one day. I see a lot of knowledgeable people where I can learn from. So, yeah, I'll after the first.
And the usual, yeah, Surya, you want to give any feedback? I know. I understand. What you want to give any feedback? Yeah, nothing much. Like concept is like a contact Deepak first. Yeah. Now let's move on to the guests who connected through online. We have yes, Bala Prabhakar. Yes, Bala Prabhakar. Are you there? It's okay. Okay, I think yes. Overall, I feel like we give a warm welcome to the guests and think. And hopefully you continue the same thing when you become here. Yes, thank you so much. And now we are coming to the this meeting where we will announce the results. So the best fact player, it is the timer, opponent, grammarian. Equal to test timer and opponent. The fact player is Toastmaster. Thank you. And the best table topics teachers, Toastmaster Nanda. And the best role player is oh. Best evaluator goes to our Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Abhilash.
And the last one, the best prepared speaker is none other than our Toastmaster Srikanth Puthikrishnan. Thank you so much. Sir. So with that, we are coming to the this meeting. I officially adjourn this meeting for the same time next week. At 4 to 6 p.m. So for online, I think we are going to have